I used to make a living as a street performer, living being a relative term. And the thing I was really good at as a street performer was this unique skill I had of always having exactly 20 hours of stubble on my face, so that I looked a little gritty and streetwise, but clean and family friendly, but gritty and streetwise. But today that's sort of happening again, so it's like Throwback Tuesday because it totally wasn't on purpose. Elsewhere, I am completely comfortable discussing on camera for a moment some of the aspects of my job that the average person shouldn't be too crazy about, and what the heck I do and what that entails. For the remainder of this one, what I'd like to talk about is who I am. I really enjoy the job and the freedoms that it offers, the person that it has turned me into. And I think that when I say I love a job that is in the porn industry, the things that people are going to jump to are absolutely none, and I do mean zero. None of the things that you would probably think. What I'm proud of in regards to the job is that it has made me a competent manager and has turned me into someone who understood work ethic for what it is. When I began in this industry, I was a 20-nothing-year-old fruitcake who had patches in all my clothes. Not that there is anything wrong with that, but I have learned to love engaging with a more serious interface with this world and its potential, and to balance my spiritual offerings with an unceasing chase in regards to things beautiful, with an understanding and respect for the way that things are as they are, and that the world is real tough sometimes, and it is not your friend sometimes. And to gather together with your friends, with your loved ones, with a loved one. That is the best way I know how to do it. One of my favorite shows on TV, I'm not a big reality guy at all. Not particularly a big TV guy, although I enjoy watching it for production values because I have aspirations of writing a TV script, is a show called Grand Designs. It's an architectural show. It's British, so you know it's cute. And it's predominantly couples who have a dream of building some sort of unique or unorthodox, at least, house, and then the process of following them along for 2 years and seeing how it goes. And I think it's inspirational and brilliant, but at the foundation of that show, and something that isn't really alluded to very often, is the fact that it is 95% of the shows involve a couple who have learned to be a team together, and sometimes the process of building this architecture stresses out the team, which is why it helps to have a good leader and manager on your side to know what you're getting into and then manage it best and be kind of zen when things go wrong. I've had lots of practice because I have made shit tons of mistakes. And the phrase late bloomer can be put on my gravestone very safely. Who I am in regards to life is someone who so highly values being part of a team and respecting someone and having dreams that I am incredibly passionate about, and understanding and listening, closely listening to the dreams of a prospective partner, which means that anybody I want to spend time with should have some dreams, because I'm kind of really bored about the average profile online where it says you like your dog and you like beaches. Hiking, too. The big three. What else you got? What I want to do more than anything in the world is be a badass team with one person and love them. And the definition of love to me is entirely process. The definition of love to me is something that is enriched to a greater and greater degree with each season that passes. And maybe that means I'm a little too optimistic about things and head in the clouds. And if that's your impression of me, then just give me a few dinners to completely douse that impression. I love the fact that I am perhaps the world's only pornographer that has read, understood, and loved everything Shakespeare has ever written. I am a big believer in literature as a form of growth. I try to read, but not only read, but read the best things that I can get my hands on through the ages. I respect history. I respect quiet nights. I want single glasses of wine, sitting across from you, cliffside restaurants all over the world, where the space between the magic is just as important as the magic, where we work to create an energy that builds. And every time we have a success, we celebrate, and every time we have a failure, we learn. And every time we have and enjoy a vacation or travels, we get closer. And every time we make love, it's better. In love, I am a very slow individual. No interest in rushing things. No interest in having one more partner for the rest of my life. It's probably not going to happen and sounds overly optimistic too. But I am so tired of not having found the person who will fill me with magic, and I am even more tired of not having the opportunity to fill someone else with magic out of pure joy. I want to have a yacht someday. I have a 5-year plan to do that without any debt whatsoever. $1 million+ on a boat without doing it stupidly. But maybe 50-50, who knows, but that's a goal, not the goal. And the only reason to make that happen is to be able to sail off into the ocean or sea or Gulf or wherever and be so entirely free that you can turn a wheel and go to Nova Scotia, you can turn a wheel and go to Myrtle Beach, you can turn a wheel and go to Bermuda. And sit on top of a flybridge at night with the sky full of stars. And again, share that glass of wine with you. The number one dream I have in the whole world is with you, and I can't wait to hear what you have to say about it. Do you share it? Do you want to tweak it? Do you want to change it? Do you have a dream you are equally passionate about? Do you want to work with me? Maybe we can do both. Do you want to work with me? And I'll say, you know what? I'm an idiot 44-year-old man, and all I bring to the table is pornography. So let's just do your dream. I'm yours. Let's flip houses together, because I'm really good at organization, infrastructure, and design, and I have a team in place, and I'm already doing my first one, and it's going very well so far. Or let's never do that again, because it's a freaking pain in the ass, and we want more poetry and leisure. Anything goes, because the dream is love. A lot of the phrases I use and think of to refer to myself are paradoxical. I've called myself in the tagline on a online dating thing recently, wild and boring too. One of my mottos, that the way I try to live my life, is work like a shark, live like a puppy. And I've referred to myself as flexible as a willow tree made of steel. And I apologize for the additional references just to myself. But the point I want to get to in that regard is that it doesn't feel like there's enough nuance left in the world. And I was raised as an English major, failed English major, don't worry about that, that's why I do porn now. The sign of a first-rate intelligence is the ability to hold two opposing viewpoints in the mind at once. always really, really meshed with that phrase, and when I look at the internet and our country's culture today, I see a supreme lack of first-rate intelligences. And I apologize humbly if that sounds like elitism or anything of the kind. What I am trying to say, I guess poorly, is that my privilege would be to consider things with you for the rest of my life, if you are excited about the idea of building something with me. And perhaps this is a little quick to refer to words such as forever and soulmate and one partner, and there's a lot of people who rush into things, and there's a lot of people who go too slowly, and just the very question of pace can be problematic. Everything's problematic these days, right? It's not problematic, why bother with it? What is yours? You simply find me serious and slow, respectful, and if not, please communicate with me as to why. I would love to thrill in disagreeing with you as much as I thrill in agreeing with you. I've been in my industry for 20 years. I have been drug-free in my industry for 20 years, and I have encouraged others to do the same. I have built and helped define work ethic and theatrical discipline for others. I am at my happiest when I'm having a meeting with my editing team. I am at my happiest when I am talking theater with a performer and slowly taking months and years to build up someone's shoulders, poise, vocabulary, psychological understanding of the craft, to join together a project that is vastly more cerebral than you would imagine. I have a secret weapon in this industry, an aspect to succeeding in this industry which is not very easy to do. People think it's easy to succeed if only you're willing to, give up your principles. Consider that millennials don't pay money for porn. It just doesn't happen. That's the culture. So to thrive in this industry, you need to be offering at the very least, a unique service. For 20 years, each year I've been in business, my business numbers have improved from the previous year, except for 1 year where there was a significant medical issue. Every single year. And to do that ethically and with increasing, not decreasing, respect for other individuals. And to run and lead a team of people who understand that the baseline here is respect for others, and that teamwork makes people stronger. Anybody else makes what I make in their industry, they are respected as a leader within it. With me, there's none of that, and I think that's a good thing. Makes me tougher. Makes me keep grinding, makes me keep pushing. There are no laurels because there are no laurels to be had, period. There's no resting, and if you are staying still, you're falling behind. I like that push, I like stepping up to bat, I like keeping up with it. And I'm sorry, I was referring to my secret weapon in porn, and I almost didn't tell you. Ooh, big deal. It's a literary reading of Freud. I'll leave that there. I'm happy to talk about it sometime. My other secret weapon is how much most people suck at the job that I have, because it is an arena where people get into it thinking they can sleep till noon, do drugs, fuck hot chicks, live a life of rock and roll, whatever it is. And so if you are the person who wants to come at it with a serious and developing intention of building a business model, you can get a leg up in this industry with more expediency than you can in others. So that's to be appreciated, at least. it has helped to build a unique, surreal, poetic, romantic mindset. The challenge to be dedicated and loyal and wonderful to any potential partner is greater because of my industry, not less.